Welcome to the Cop Shop Podcast, our weekly compilation of police report oddities and curiosities. With host, Telegraph reporter Joe Kovac Jr. On a recent afternoon on Cherry Street, a guy who was reportedly drunk was causing what is commonly mentioned in police reports as a disturbance. That's a catch-all for rowdiness, troublemaking, and general commotion causing. A man who works at the Rookery restaurant between 2nd and 3rd Streets told a Bibb County Sheriff's deputy that the ruckus raiser had ducked into an alley headed toward Poplar Street there in downtown Macon. The suspect, bald, shirtless, and wearing forest green shorts, had, according to the deputy's report, been asked to vamoose from the Rookery because he was outside bothering customers and, quote, antagonizing one of them by, quote, being belligerent to that patron's dog. Over on Poplar, the deputy spotted a fellow matching the annoying guy's description. The fellow was doing push-ups. So the deputy circled back around the block and pulled up just as the guy, cussing and yelling, was about to fight another man. I smelled a strong odor of alcohol permeating from his body, the deputy's write-up said of the agitator, and his speech was slurred. The suspect, 40, was taken to jail on public drunkenness and disorderly conduct charges. The other night in downtown Macon, a Bibb County Sheriff's deputy noticed a green Ford Expedition stopped in the middle of the intersection at 1st and Poplar Streets. According to the deputy's write-up of the 1 a.m. encounter on May 14th, the deputy pulled up and, while speaking to the driver, smelled alcohol coming from inside the SUV. The deputy asked the driver how much he'd had to drink. The driver, a 44-year-old man, said, "I had some Kool-Aid." The driver agreed to some sobriety tests, but when it came time for the one-legged stand, he said his feet were hurting. His blood alcohol level in a breath test registered .11, a little over the legal limit. I confronted him about his drinking. He told me he had Kool-Aid, the deputy's write-up noted, and a 16-ounce Icehouse beer. The guy was jailed on a DUI charge. And now from our dispatches files. A woman in northern Monroe County called the cops one afternoon in late March and said she'd been in a fight with her mother-in-law. They were arguing about the younger woman's kids. According to a sheriff's report, the mother-in-law admitted throwing dishwater on the daughter-in-law to, quote, teach that bleep a lesson. The mother-in-law, as she was about to be handcuffed, said she wanted to give the younger woman 2 black eyes and, quote, really make it worth it. On the morning of May 10th, a manager at the Family Dollar store at 800 Pionono Avenue in Macon caught a shoplifter cramming 6 air fresheners down his pants. Overheard on Bibb Sheriff's radio the morning of May 10th, a dispatcher's call about a 10-year-old refusing to go to school. And on the evening of May 17th, we overheard another Bibb dispatcher telling of a man who had been hit over the head with a shovel by his brother.